Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to our story. Today, we're going to meet a very cozy little cat who thinks his sunny porch is the whole wide world. But a tiny visitor with sparkling blue wings is about to show him that a grand adventure might be waiting just one paw step away. Are you ready to explore with him? Oliver was a little orange cat who lived a very comfortable life. His world was the warm, sunny porch of a little blue house. This porch was his kingdom. It had a soft green cushion for napping, a shiny red bowl for his milk, and a perfect sunbeam that arrived every single morning just for him. From his porch, the little cat watched the world go by. He saw fuzzy bumblebees buzz from one colorful flower to the next. He watched green leaves dance in the gentle breeze. He had everything a little cat could ever want right there on his porch. He had never once put his little white paws on the cobblestone path that led away from his house. One bright, sunny morning, as he was watching a ladybug, something amazing happened. A flash of brilliant blue fluttered right past his nose. It was a butterfly, but it wasn't just any butterfly. This one had wings the color of a summer sky, with tiny silver dots that sparkled in the sun. It danced in the air, playing a game. The little cat's big green eyes grew wide. He had never seen anything so beautiful. The butterfly fluttered to the edge of the porch and rested on a rail, gently fanning its magnificent wings. The cat's tail gave a little twitch. He crept forward, silent as a shadow. He just wanted to get a closer look. But as he got near, the butterfly lifted into the air again and floated down, landing on the first cobblestone of the path. It seemed to be waiting for him. It wiggled its tiny antennae, then fluttered a few feet farther down the path. The cat stood at the very edge of the porch, a place he had never been before. His heart beat a little faster. He looked back at his comfy green cushion. Then he looked at the sparkling blue butterfly. He thought to himself, just a little look. What could happen from just a little look? Slowly, carefully, he stretched out one white paw. He touched the cobblestone. It felt strange, warm from the sun, but bumpy and hard. He placed another paw down, and then another and another. And just like that, the porch cat was on the path. He was exploring. The butterfly danced ahead, leading him away from the little blue house. The world felt so big. The flowers in the neighbor's garden smelled wonderfully sweet. He could hear birds singing songs he had never heard before. Everything was new and exciting as he followed the butterfly down the winding cobblestone street. Soon, the most delicious smell filled the air. It was warm and sweet and spicy all at once. It made the little cat's nose twitch and his whiskers wiggle. The butterfly fluttered toward a big round window. The little cat padded after it and peered inside. It was a bakery. He saw a kind-looking man with a big white hat dusting flour onto a long table. There were trays of golden brown bread, swirly cinnamon buns with sticky white icing, and rows of yummy-looking cookies. The world was full of amazing smells. The butterfly didn't stay long. It fluttered away from the bakery and around a corner. The cat, feeling braver now, trotted to keep up. He passed a shop with toys in the window. He saw bright red balls, tall stacks of colorful blocks, and a fuzzy teddy bear. He paused for a moment, his eyes wide with wonder. The path then opened up into a wide, sunny space. It was the village square. In the very middle was a fountain, splashing water high into the air. The water sparkled like 1,000 tiny diamonds in the sunlight. The blue butterfly danced over the mist from the fountain and then disappeared into a tall, leafy tree. The cat stopped. The butterfly was gone. The square was big and bustling with people walking and children laughing. It was much louder and bigger than his quiet, cozy porch. The little cat suddenly felt very small and a little bit lost. He scurried behind a large pot filled with bright red flowers. Just then, he heard a tiny sound. Chirp! Are you new here? The cat peeked out from behind a flower. A small, plump sparrow was perched on the edge of the flower pot, tilting her head at him. She had friendly, beady black eyes and a tiny yellow beak. "I've never seen you in the square before," she chirped again. I live on a porch," the cat said in a small voice. "I followed a butterfly." "A blue one?" the sparrow asked, her eyes twinkling. "That one loves to play. My name is Pip. What's yours?" "I'm Oliver," he replied, feeling a little less scared. The sparrow seemed very cheerful. "The square can seem big at first, but it's the best place in the whole village. Have you seen the rainbows in the fountain?" The cat shook his head. "Come on," the sparrow said. "I'll show you." She fluttered from the pot and landed near the fountain's edge. "It's okay," she called. "We can take just a little look." Hearing his own words made the cat feel brave. He crept out and slowly walked toward the fountain. As he got closer, he saw what the sparrow meant. Where the sun shone through the fountain spray, tiny, beautiful rainbows shimmered in the air. They were red and orange and yellow and green and blue. "You can even dip your paws in," the sparrow suggested, hopping into a little puddle. She splashed her wings happily. The cat watched her for a moment. Then he carefully reached out a paw and touched the cool water. It tickled. He giggled a little cat giggle and dipped his other paw in too. It was fun. The friendly sparrow showed him everything in the square. She showed him the big clock tower that chimed with a gentle dong every hour. She showed him the bench under the shady oak tree where an old man fed pigeons. The square wasn't scary at all. It was wonderful. "There's one more thing you have to see," the sparrow chirped excitedly. "The very best view in all of Sunnybrook Village. Follow me." The sparrow flew up to a low rooftop, and the cat, feeling like a true explorer now, easily scrambled up after her. From the top of the roof, he could see everything. He could see the whole square, the winding cobblestone street, the bakery with its yummy smells, and even, way in the distance, a little blue house with a familiar-looking porch. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in soft colors of pink, orange, and gold. "It's amazing," the cat said softly, sitting next to his new friend. "The world is full of amazing things," the sparrow chirped, snuggling into her feathers. "You just have to be brave enough to go and see them." They sat together for a while, watching the colors of the sky change. But as the first star began to twinkle in the evening sky, the cat knew it was time to go home. "Thank you," he said. "This was the best day ever." "Come back and explore again soon," the sparrow replied with a happy chirp. The cat carefully climbed down from the roof. He knew the way home now. He trotted confidently down the cobblestone street. He passed the toy shop, now dark and quiet. He passed the bakery, which now smelled of cool, yeasty bread. Everything looked different and magical in the soft twilight. Finally, he saw it, his little blue house. He padded up the path and hopped onto his porch. His green cushion was there. His red bowl was there. It was all just as he had left it. But somehow it felt even cozier and more special than before. The cat curled up on his cushion, purring a loud, happy purr. He was tired, but it was a good kind of tired, a happy explorer kind of tired. He dreamed of sparkling fountains, delicious smells, and a cheerful sparrow friend. And he dreamed of the beautiful blue butterfly, promising more adventures for another day. Thank you for joining this wonderful adventure. We hope this story filled your heart with joy and your mind with curiosity. May you always be brave enough to take a little look at the amazing world around you. We'll see you again soon for another story.